Hello everybody, Kent Clothier, founder and CEO of REI Nation. I'm here today to answer a few questions that some of you may have on what's going on with real estate, in particular single family homes on the rental market across the country. So I'm going to take a few minutes and answer some questions. So why does it make sense to continue to invest in real estate, and what are the long-term benefits? Well, they really haven't changed. Today it's always been a great time to invest in real estate. I said this over the last 2 or 3 months as the market volatility. I don't believe that anybody in real estate in our portfolio of $1.5 billion has lost any money on their investment. And I don't see anybody buying a house today from us in the price range we are that are going to lose money on their investment, for the simple reason that people have lost a lot of money in the stock market, a lot of money in crypto. But I'm not so sure anybody in our company or in our portfolio of people have lost any money on real estate. That's why it continues to be where you need to have your money. And that's why we think the future, short-term, long-term, is still great on the properties that we have and what we're selling to investors. And I strongly advise you to get in and don't wait. So the benefits long-term of a single-family real estate property investment portfolio. And today we have over 500 people that own 5 or more houses with us, another group of about 60 people that own 10 or more houses. So the long-term investment strategy is you have the resident that continues to pay your house down, continues to pay the rental payment every month, paying your mortgage down for you. Our average resident stays in the house 5 to 7 years. Maintenance costs are minimal the first 2 or 3 years in the house. So the long-term benefits are appreciation, a steady resident in your house, a great property management company in Premier, which is one of the elite property management companies in the country. We know that because our investors and our residents tell us that on a daily basis. Again, I would strongly advise you to jump into this market. Speaking of the market today, where do I see it headed? Again, the opportunity to buy houses is out there. It continues to be out there every day. We're actively buying houses today. We're trying to take a look at where we think it's going to be in the next 2, 3, 6 months, all the way to the end of 2022, and maybe even look into 2023. There will be an influx of properties coming later this year and the first part of next year, depending on what happens long term in the economy. We see a tremendous opportunity to continue to buy houses, continue to build portfolios, continue for the people that are in the buy and hold market to own properties. With the interest rates that's going on today, it is going to squeeze out some more people that would be wanting to move into the house for themselves and their family. Unfortunately, we don't like that, but the opportunity for us and real estate investors is that those people now are going to move into the rental field. And we have plenty of houses to rent. That's what we do, and we see this coming as there'll be more and more properties, more and more people moving into the rental space to rent houses that could not buy houses because of what's going on with the interest. The housing prices, how do I see them trending through the rest of the year, is that we're going to continue to see appreciation in Texas at the levels that we've been seeing, but maybe not quite as aggressive as they were there, but I still think we're going to see appreciation in that market, only because of the availability of properties and the cost of goods to build new houses, the cost of materials to build new houses. Memphis, I think we're still going to see increased values for the short term. What happens later this year, early next year, I still think they will increase, but maybe not as aggressively as they have been, and probably the same in our other markets that we're in, which includes Little Rock and Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Houston, Alabama, St. Louis, Little Rock, Tulsa. Right now we're seeing about a 9 to 10% rent increases. Some of that's on renewals that we renew, and some of that is on move-outs. That may not be able to stay as aggressive as that's been, but I don't see rents coming down on the single-family housing sector space. I do see the rents continuing to go up, but maybe not as aggressive as they've been going up the first 6 months of this year. Well, as an investor, again, we have 4,000 houses in Memphis. It's a great market for investors to get into. The Texas market continues to grow only because there's so many people moving into Texas. Hundreds of thousands of people a month are moving in there. Great opportunity in the rental space, long-term investment. Properties are still moving very quickly in Texas. Maybe not as great as they were, having 6, 7, 8, 10 contracts on every house, but houses are moving quickly in Texas for owner occupancy. On other markets for REI Nation, we're staying right where we are. We have a solid 10, 12, 14 markets that we're in. As we move through this year and into 23, we'll evaluate that and see if other opportunities are out there for us to make those decisions and look into other markets. So we never say never. Well, any financial news that we get that the media or whoever comes out with, and it does move the market and moves people's thinking and creates hesitancy in people's thoughts. And that does affect us, and that's why it's so important that we stay focused on what we're doing and realizing that today that our price for a house is $275,000. The interest today is about maybe the mid fives, a little over 5.7 that they can get a house for. I've been here back in several years ago when that rate was up 7, 8, 9%. Today that's still a really good price on a $200,000 to $300,000 income producing house. So will it have some effects? Certainly. Does it affect people's thinking? Certainly. Should it scare you off? I would think not. And I would continue to urge people to get involved in buying single family houses, and don't be hesitant about what's going on right now, because our price point, the value is not coming down. Today we have 122 houses available to rent out of over 7,000 houses. So our vacancy continues to be down because our houses are in demand because of the type of renovation that we do, the type of service that we give them, because of Premier Property Management, of the great team that we have that services those houses and takes care of those residents. So is it possible that we're going to have some move outs? Yeah, during the summer we have people that move out because they relocate to other houses, other parts of town for schools or whatever, but right now we're not seeing a spike in vacancies at all. Today, we are, in our purchasing side of the business, we still see the same amount of opportunities out there. Our buying department looks at about 1,000 opportunities a month that comes in for us to have the decision whether or not it fits in our box or something we can buy. Our buying team squeezes that down to about 300 or 400 that we go look at to buy the 60 to 80 that we buy every single month. So we still have the same amount of opportunities to buy houses, and I see that becoming even more prevalent as we move through the summer. More opportunities to buy. Well, and again, I talk about 4 groups of people all the time, and again, today we've had our people together, and the number one and most important asset that we have in the company is the people that we have that work for our company, and they make the culture that we have. They create this. It didn't just happen. It's happened over years and years and years. And I talked to our people recently about, culture is not putting a ping pong table in the break room. That's not culture. Culture is people working together as a teamwork, camaraderie, mutual respect between different people, people helping each other, creating a family atmosphere. And that's what the culture here is at REI Nation. People that come in to visit us, whether it's business people, banks, or people buying houses from us, they recognize when they come in here and they meet and see our people, they get a chance to meet them and greet them, and our people get a chance to interface with them. It's just, the culture here is just completely different than anything else and anybody else in this space out there. And I'd put it up against anybody, anytime, any day, any place. Well, when you have the right people working in the right business at the right time, and you hire the right kind of people, and you don't hire average people, we hire people that are highly motivated, highly energetic. They want to come to work. They want to do a great job. They want to be a part of a great team, a great organization. We want them to come in. We want them to have fun. They have a pretty flexible schedule and opportunity to do things in their off time or even during business time when the necessity arrives. So we're pretty flexible with our folks. They're the ones that create the culture that we have and drive it forward and make it really happen. And we're lucky to have what we have. And again, as I said, the number one asset that we have in our company is the people that work in all of our cities, all of our offices, all over our company.